What is going on, lads? Semajo's back today, and I've got another Team of the Year video for you today. And today I'm doing the Bundesliga, as you can tell on the title. Yep, in goal I have René Adler. It was him or Neuer, and I don't know, with Neuer I don't think he's been putting in that many performances, so I don't know, I didn't think I'd bother with him. Sorry if you've just seen my audacity, had to move that. But yeah, I've watched Adler play a bit, and he's been a bit of a beast for me. He's made some cracking saves. Obviously fell to pieces against Bayern last week, but I don't know, I'll put it past him just because of his performances have been top notch. At centre back we have Mats Hummels. I'm running the 3-4-1-2 formation, so he fits in nicely with this. I've given him high defending and high heading stats, just because I think he's been one of the best centre backs of this year. I know he's highly linked with Barcelona, so hopefully we'll get to see him there next season and show what he's like for one of the best teams in the world, if not the best. Next we have a bit of an odd one, Naldo. Couldn't think of many other centre-backs to put in, just because I don't watch Bundesliga that much, but from what I've seen, Naldo is pretty good, pretty solid centre-back. I've boosted his pace up a bit and given him high defending and high heading stats. Hasn't shown much else for me, just been a good centre-back. Next, just for the sake of the formation, we've converted Philipp Lahm to centre-back. Given him good pace, good passing, and I've given his highest attribute to dribbling, just because I feel he's such a threat going down the wings. He can help out Robben and Ribéry, whichever side he plays, brilliantly. And in my opinion, the best defender in the world. He's a joy to watch, honestly. His defending as well is top notch, but I wanted to give it to dribbling, and I feel his pace and passing are equally as good as defending, so that's why I've done that. Next in at right mid we have Jakub Blaszczykowski. I don't know, I just like this guy. I couldn't think of many other right mids. I was going to give it to Robben, but I don't know, he's had a bit of a rivalry with Ribéry this season, so I kind of had to give it to Ribéry at this time. But yeah, Blaszczykowski with 95 pace, and his shooting is better than what it says on his other card, so I've boosted that up to 85. His dribbling's good. Whenever I've seen this guy, he always seems to be a threat for Dortmund, so I wanted to put him in, and like I said, I couldn't think of many of the right mids. At centre mid we have Toni Kroos. I feel his pace should be a bit higher, but again I want to do this one like EA do it, so I've kept it quite low. I've given him high shot, high passing and high dribbling. I was going to give him high defending because I know a lot of people like to convert him to CDM, but I thought there's not much point, just because you can't actually use the squad, because you know it's made by I don't even know what this thing's called, I got it off another video. Then we have Mario Götze, one of the best players in Europe this season, lads. Honestly, he's been a beast. His dribbling is insane. He rivals Ronaldinho for dribbling. I'd go that far. But I've given him fairly good shot because he has scored a fair few goals. Good passing because I know he has set up a few. And his pace is quite good because I watched him play against Real Madrid in the group stages and he kind of terrorised them for the most part. I think it was Götze anyway. It might have been Royce in the... It was Royce actually in the Man City games. Man City and the Real Madrid. I can't remember who I watched him against, but I know he terrorised them. I just remember him doing really well in the one. Next at left mid we have Frank Ribéry. Dribbling is his highest attribute just because he's such a threat going down the wings. He does up players when he wants, and he orchestrates most of Bayern's play, I find. So I've given him fairly good passing. His pace again is immense. His shot is also incredible. So we've put in there as 93, best player on the team. So he's going to be my Bundesliga player of the year for me. He's been outstanding in Bayern's dominance. Hence why this team is more or less Bayern and Dortmund, and the players for the rest of the team are on the bench. I think I've got a few from other teams. I've got 3 from other teams on the first team, I believe. Next at centre forward we have Marco Reus. Someone told me to make this team and put him in there, but put him higher, and I've got to disagree on putting him higher. I don't think he has been as good as everyone says this season. He has been obviously a mercurial talent for Dortmund, but he hasn't been that good as people say. But other than that, I think he's been phenomenal, so I'll put him up to an 87, give him fairly good pace, fairly good dribbling and good shot. So yeah. Next we have Stefan Kiesling, my favourite player in the Bundesliga to watch. I remember watching him score a goal in their 4-1 over, I can't remember, but it was a beast goal. It was his last one, I think. So yeah, I've given him a high shot because he's the best striker in the Bundesliga at the moment, I think. Giving him good heading, fairly good pace, fairly good dribbling and okay passing, just to balance him out a bit. Then we have Robert Lewandowski, who, I don't know, I personally don't like watching him. I think he's kind of boring on the ball and he just scores goals when he has to. but I know he has been standout in the Bundesliga, the top scorer at the moment. I think I might be wrong about that. Correct me if I am, please. So I've given him okay pace for a 90, good dribbling, good shot, got good heading, but he's not the best passer, so I've given him 66. Next we have Alexander Meyer, who plays for, I can't remember the name of the team, but I was watching him the other day. Oh, scrolled up by accident. Who does he play for? Eintracht Frankfurt. And I was watching him play, and he just looked great to me. So I went and researched him, watched a few clips on him, and he's scored like 14 goals in the Bundesliga this season. So I thought he deserves to be in the team. So I think he's done pretty well. And from what I've seen, he had a great passing. He was very good actually, and he always won headers when they were hit up to him. So gave him good heading, good shot, and good pass. Next we have Adam Shazalai, and I don't know who that is. I don't know this guy personally, guys. Never watched him, but I was looking at the top scorers, and he's like on 14, I think, something like that. So I thought I'd put him in the team for anyone who supports FSV Mainz. I'm not sure if that's right. I'm sorry if I'm offending any of you Germans, if you can understand my English. I do have a strong Brummie accent, I think. Anyway, I've been told to do. So sorry about that if you don't. Next player we have on the bench is Thomas Müller. It was a choice between putting him or Kroos in the centre midfield, and I just think Kroos has done a better job this season. I'm not quite sure why I think that, but every time I watch him, Kroos always seems to dictate the play a bit, like Ribéry, and Müller just seems to come in from the wing every now and again, maybe do something that will get a goal, but he does help out a lot, so I think he deserves to be in the team of the year this year. And next is Vedad Ibisevic. One reason I've put him in is his hat-trick. I cannot for the life of me remember who against, but he has been Stuttgart's best player in my opinion. I think he's been a bit of a beast. I remember his hat-trick. I watched that on TV with my dad, and my dad was clapping at the end of it. So yeah, I've given him good shot, good heading, and the rest of his stats are kind of average for an 81 rated. Next we have Aaron Hunt, who's been one of my favourite players actually to watch for Wolfsburg. I think it's Wolfsburg anyway. Yeah, no, it's not. I've said the wrong team, haven't I? Werder Bremen, that's the team. Sorry about that, lads. He's got good pace, good dribbling, good shot and good passing. I know he got an inform before, so I've just picked that card stat and beefed him up a bit, because I know he has performed well in the Bundesliga, getting a fair few assists and a few goals in at the same time. Next we have Diego. I ran out of ideas for subs at this point, so I just put on someone that had an inform, and I knew Diego, so I've just put him on there, had a look at his stats for the Bundesliga. I've seen he scored a few goals and set up a few, so I decided I'd just put him on. And now finally we have Julian Draxler. And again, I couldn't really think of one, so I was just thinking who's been a good young player, because I wanted to put a proper youth player on there. I've got Muller and Kroos on there, but I wanted someone who's just a kid basically, but has performed at a top level for the Bundesliga. So I decided to go Julian Draxler. That's the team, lads. Haven't got a manager because I don't really know, and I've scrolled up again. I don't really know any Bundesliga managers that well, so bear with me, I can sort that. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, guys, that's the team. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and peace.